Lads and ladies, welcome back! My name is Jack Must Die, and we have some news to talk about today. It's going to be kind of a jumbled video, I suppose. I've been busy. I know I say that all the time. It's because it's always true. If you don't know, I have two jobs. I work two part-time jobs. Neither one of them is this one. So sometimes I just disappear for a while. We have some news to talk about. Several different pieces of news. First and foremost, lads and ladies, FNAF Movie 2 has a release date. We've got December 5th, 2025. That surprised me a little bit that it was next year because the first one came out not long after, relatively speaking, it was announced. It was officially announced, I guess. I got something stuck in my throat. Blumhouse, is it Blumhouse or Blumhouse? Announced that they were making the movie in like February. Or they said something about filming, I don't know. And then they announced a release date of October that same year. This is 2023 for those of you who might be out of the loop. So it surprised me a little bit that this was going to take a couple more years. However, I did remember that actually the FNAF movie was announced 8 years ago. It wasn't long after the games got really popular. I guess there was talk of a movie in the works, but it was in production hell for so long that I'm sure it wasn't too hard to... I'm sure the script was mostly written and everything, and it probably wasn't as big a step to go from point A to point B as it will be for this one. So it makes a little more sense. We don't have a trailer yet. I haven't heard anything else but the release date yet. So we'll see if this holds up without a trailer or filming being announced or any of that. They haven't announced filming, right? So no, it looks like, I don't know why I closed that tab. That was important information. It looks like it's not filmed yet, but they'll begin filming, and this is from Reddit, so take that how you will. According to this post, March 29th. Wait, how? I know the source, but it isn't in the post. You just kind of said it. Okay, so apparently there is a source. Thank you. Source Twitter. Here we go. Okay, this isn't a source either. I don't know who this person is. That being said, I don't even remember where I was going with that. FNAF 2 has a release date. We'll see if it holds up in a year or so. I'm very excited. I imagine it's only going to improve. I really hope it's only going to improve. The first one was much better than I had expected it to be. It wasn't a perfect movie by any means, but I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to. And I can only see good things from here. In the vein of FNAF news, we've got... Oh, hello. Got my Amazon page up here. Five Nights at Freddy's Return to the Pit, interactive novel number 2. Okay, so I'm very out of the loop. I didn't know we were doing interactive novels. I didn't know about number 1. But here's number 2. So, Into the Pit was a great story. I know. If you're not familiar, Scott Cawthon and... Is it always Adrian Kress? I don't remember. Made an entire series of books. Each one has like 3 short stories in it, all centered around Five Nights at Freddy's somehow. Or rather, Freddy's the chain, I guess would be a better way to put it. Lots of lore, lots of stuff, lots of stories, all that jazz. Fazbear Frights, I believe they were called. Just sneaking my eyes up here. And then there was the secondary series, Tales of the Pizzaplex. And now it looks like we've got interactive ones. And this is currently in pre-order. It won't come out until December 24th, just in time for Christmas. Hopefully no one wanted it on Christmas. I guess it's not just in time for Christmas then if it's coming out Christmas Eve. Anyway, the summary here. Dive into an interactive retelling of one of the most popular FNAF stories and the basis for an all-new video game, Into the Pit. Oh, yes, that's right. Remember, we're getting a video game based off Into the Pit. You, the reader, are Oswald, and after using the ball pit of Jeff's Pizza to travel back in time to 1985, you've brought a sadistic animatronic back to the present period. A little bit of my job slipping out there. Can you escape, or will it be a game over for you and your friends? With over 25 different possible endings and 2 difficulty settings, that really threw me off. This one-of-a-kind innovative novel is a uniquely entertaining experience for any Freddy fan. So if you're curious, and this has nothing to do with FNAF or anything, one of my jobs, I read out loud, and I'm helping proofread. So I've got to be very concise when we read out punctuation and stuff. So if I'm ever reading something out loud and I accidentally capitalize something, like if I start with cap, or if I specify a period, just understand, I do this every day. Give me some slack. Tangent over. And FNAF segment over, because we have more news that's not FNAF related. Amanda the Adventurer is getting a sequel. And we just have this little less than 30-second trailer here. On IGN, posted almost 2 weeks ago. I know, I'm late, I'm sorry. And I'm going to look at it right now. We're going to see what information it gives me. This is really loud. Oh, we're in like a classroom setting. Hi, no thanks. Or a library. Demo coming soon. Ooh, I'm going to have to play that. All right. Yeah, that was there's a reason I didn't dedicate an entire video to that. Because I don't think I'd be able to get really much out of it. I'm gonna look at this a little bit though, because okay, so this reminds me of like maybe a school library or the children's section of a public library. You got the fun little tables, the counting alphabet, something Matt, the little easily reachable kids books, and we know that the aunt of player character, whose name I don't remember, was a librarian. I think she worked at a public library. Or it didn't specify. I actually really like Amanda the Adventurer. I've been kind of keeping up with it since the beginning, and I like how far it's come. I look forward to seeing how far it's gonna go. All right, segment 4. We've got this one's just a quick little one because it's not super relevant to my channel. It's just something I'm excited about. Kingdom Hearts, which is one of my favorite video game franchises, is coming to Steam finally. I didn't actually think it was going to happen because it's on Epic already. I kind of figured that was going to be exclusive, but I do look forward to it being on Steam. I don't know if I need to buy it again because I own physical copies of the game for my PlayStation. But I do use the PC more. Not gonna lie. And hey, shoot, if that's something that maybe you guys want to... If I ever try streaming, I don't know. You guys want to see me play Kingdom Hearts? Let me know. Maybe I'll give it a shot. And speaking of playing games, that's a horrible... Wow, we're trying that again. And finally, our last little piece of news. If any of you are familiar with Markiplier, who is one of the biggest gaming creators on YouTube, he is making a movie for the video game Iron Lung, a little one you could find on Itch. I think it's on Itch. I'm pretty sure. Itch or Game Jolt, one of those. And it's the premise of the game is you are welded shut into a, sorry excuse for a submarine, to explore an ocean of blood on a foreign planet. And it's a really cool game. It's a horror game. So it feels kind of low-key at first, and then of course it gets scary. And Markiplier was so inspired by it that he wanted to make a movie for it, a proper come out in theaters movie. And for the past, I don't know how long, he's been working so hard on this. Filming was done ages ago, and he's been editing it as far as I know, himself. I mean, yeah, he's been involved in the editing. I don't know if anyone else has been. But a couple days ago, we got this tweet with zero context. It is done. Now, obviously, that can only... Well, okay, maybe not obviously. Maybe not only, but I can only imagine that it relates to Iron Lung. The movie's done. It's been edited. I don't know how 100% done that is. We don't have a release date or anything, but we're getting close. And if you haven't seen the trailers for Iron Lung, I didn't react to any of those. I should have, but I did myself, not publicly. I was probably like, oh, or something along those lines. It looks really good. And Mark he's done projects in a similar vein before. He's very talented. He's good at the acting and the directing and the production and all that. So this is going to be high quality. And I'm really excited about it. I'm super psyched for Iron Lung, the movie. And if you would like me to play Iron Lung, the game, before the movie comes out, let me know in the comments below. I'm thinking about doing that, but let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in. All right, and that's Jack News. I don't know if this will be a regular thing. I do news sometimes if it's like relevant to stuff I do. I guess this is pretty relevant, most of this. But anyway, thank you everyone so much for joining. That was a sad little clap. So much for joining me in this adventure. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Maybe I should have said so much for joining me in this news segment. I don't know if I'd count this as an adventure.